Hi, welcome back to the Stay Up Late Show. Before we get any further, though, I gotta apologize for the last show that I did. Back when the Right to Work bill was coming out, I had made a small comment about workers getting union representation regardless of whether they're in the union or not. And I just want to let you know that that is not true. But if you have a problem with that, just remember TTTW. Talk to the writers. So, anyways, our next guest is a very talented man. He, hang on one second, I got the script right here. He makes movies, plays in movies, edits movies, and is also the president of Brighton Swing Dance. So, please give a warm welcome to the one and only Lance Cican. Lance, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. Awesome. So, I gotta say that aside from being very, very talented, you also have many talents off camera as much as you do on camera. If that made sense.
Gotcha.
Anyways,
Gotcha.
You played in the last episode of the Chris and Corey show.
Yes.
What was your role in that?
I played the dog,
Ah.
which is my main role,
Mhm.
and then I actually made an appearance in the show as me.
What was that like?
That was cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Now, since they have the dog in there and everything, was it hard working with the dog and getting him to do exactly what you wanted him to do?
Not really, because I had very little interaction with the dog. Basically, the director and Ricky Konjarovich controlled everything with the dog. They just told me what to do, and then I did it. So.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. And the dog actually was really cooperative with them. They just had snacks and bribed him to do everything. Like anyone, you gotta pay him to do something.
Exactly.
So.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. So, what is it like working on the Chris and Corey show then? Because this is, I believe, this is your third film.
Who's counting?
Yes,
Yes, it's my third. I like it. It's a lot of fun. Get to be really sarcastic, and I'm trying to. It's the first time I've ever done like narration, or spoken as a character, but not actually being in the show. So it's a little. It's fun, but it's kind of challenging because you're trying to assess the situation, and then put a voice to it. Like, okay, how should the tone be? Should I be really irritated? Should I be more upset? But it's fun. I really like it.
Cool. But working with movies isn't really anything new with you, because I understand that you do your own movies too. What was the last film that you did? It was The Gathering Storm, right?
Correct. Yeah.
What was that about?
That was about basically a time in a world where there's a disease that are killing people's organs, vital organs in their body, and there is no known cure at that current time. The only thing they know they can do is take healthy organs, transplant them, and that either eliminates the problem or sort of buys the person some time. So what we have a group of 3 to 4 survivors. I say 3 to 4 because in future episodes there will be a fourth, but he hasn't actually joined the 3 guys yet. So right now it's just 3 guys, and they're just trying to survive in the situation because all 3 of them have been deemed by the government as unworthy of life, and they are being hunted for their organs so that they can be given to other people who deserve to live.
Oh, okay.
So we follow them and their adventures.
Gotcha. Now, what other movies have you done prior to that?
I've done a couple of full-length movies. The first one I ever did was a movie called Teleportation Madness, and that's about... Well, actually, there's like 2 movies. There's Teleportation Madness 1, Teleportation Madness 2, and basically we follow a couple guys that invent a time machine, and... I'm sorry, not a time machine, transporter machine. Kind of like from Star Trek, how they phase in, phase out, and they essentially solve crime. They go after criminals, and they do what they can for society. They're sort of like superheroes in a way.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's just a fun thing. We were just messing around, and then we took off with it. So.
Did you ever do any short films or anything?
I have done a couple of short films. I've done a Star Wars short film. Basically, I discovered Adobe. And was like, ooh, okay, let's do lightsaber effects and laser effects and all this stuff. So I made just a quick movie just to see what it's like putting in lightsaber editing, laser stuff, special effects. Basically, it was my first special effects film, so I just made it small, just more as an experiment. But it turned out pretty well. And then I did another short film. I love the movie Batman and Dark Knight, and the bank robbery scene in the beginning is like one of my favorite scenes of any movie.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to remake it my own, and sort of play in that. So we did that, sort of a knockoff of that, but we used my dad's garage instead of a bank, and just basically went through the whole motions. Same lines, same music, and kind of a similar things that happen. Just made it my own. So that's only, that's a short film, but it was a lot of fun.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Do you have a favorite out of all your movies?
Oh, probably the Batman.
The Batman one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That turned out the best, and I've gotten a lot of compliments.
Very cool.
A lot of approvals from other people that like to do films too.
Very, very cool. I understand that you have a YouTube channel too. What's your username on YouTube where they can go and watch your videos?
I believe it's The Greek Gods Hate Troy, all in one word.
It's a very
my brother made it.
interesting title. Oh, okay.
My brother made it. It wasn't me.
Blame it on the brother.
I think you can find them. Yeah, I think you can find them on there. I don't really. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have a channel though. It's just my account. So if you look up my, I don't know. Can you do that?
I'm pretty sure you can.
You probably can. I don't know. I don't use YouTube a whole lot now for that because it's been a while since I uploaded anything. But yeah, they can look up that. Or they can always Facebook me or message me, and I just send them the links.
Oh, okay.
So I think each one has over 1,000 views, which is nice.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Now, outside of the camera, in reality, because a lot of us live in reality, some of us
Fun
do.
stuff, yeah.
Sorry, I don't. But you're the president of the Brighton Swing Dance, and you're the vice president of the Board of Swing Dance.
The Swing and Fusion
Swing and Fusion organization.
Yeah,
okay.
correct. Yeah.
How did this all get started for you?
For me, it started way back when my sister went to Hillsdale College, and she started going to their swing club, and she's always liked to dance. And I've liked to dance too, but I didn't really have a whole lot of opportunity to. But she came back one time and was like, "Hey, I've learned this swing dance stuff, so let me show you." So she showed me, and I got really into it, and I really liked it. And then, just through a interesting series of events, I ended up going to a swing dance club at Howell High School, and the people that ran that one went to Swing and Fusion in Brighton. And then, so they told us about that, and then me, my sister, and my brother went to Swing and Fusion in Brighton, and then we just permanently stayed there, kept going, got really involved. I ended up winning a dance competition there, and I got to know the president of Swing and Fusion, Sam Johnson, and just like a couple years later, he asked me to be on the board. He said he was putting together a board and wanting to take the club to a non-profit status instead of just a club. So making an organization versus a club, I should say. Yeah.
Do you see a change in anyone's lives, like from the first time they start coming to swing dance to the time like where they are now, just like more social?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Funny thing, when I first started going to swing, I was bringing my friend Scott, who was absolutely petrified of girls at the time. And
I already like this story.
Right. Well, it was funny because I was surprised he was going to come in the first place. But I told him, hey, you should come. It's a lot of fun. You get to dance with girls. What's not to like about that? And he was like, okay. And he ended up coming. And a few months down the line, man, he was out there asking people to dance. And he overcame his fear. Ended up dating someone who went to the club and everything. So I think for guys especially who are more uncomfortable with talking to girls, which is, understandable, it helps to bring them out of their comfort zone in a really nice way. And they don't have to worry about too much pressure from, say, negative influences when it comes to, interactions. So you get that nice clean cut, more gentlemanly approach to talking to girls, interacting with girls, and being able to dance with them. You learn a lot. I guess, whether you're shy or not shy, you just learn a ton. It's pretty cool.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
Now, take another step back into your life.
Okay.
You're a nurse.
Correct.
You've been working as a nurse for this entire year, because it's been so long. But when did you start working as a nurse? This was a long time ago, actually, wasn't it?
Well, no, actually. It depends. I guess with nursing, it's funny because I've done nursing things for 2 years. But then I graduated from school, so I wasn't in clinicals anymore, and then I got a job as a nurse, but then you're on orientation. And that's basically a clinical, except more intense, because now you're being trained at a specific hospital to do things the way they want you to do them, and then pretty soon you fly on your own. So in terms of being graduated as an RN, it's been since September.
Oh, okay.
And then, but being off orientation totally by myself, working just with myself, has been a couple weeks. So
Is that scary?
I'm still new. Yeah, it is.
It
is scary. Some nights it's not too bad, but other nights it gets a little harried. You know, you just don't want to make any mistakes. You just want to make sure you're thorough. You want to make sure you're taking good care of your patients and all that stuff. But you know what? The staff where I work is excellent. They're always there to help me, so I feel pretty confident.
Very cool.
You know.
And you've been studying to be a nurse for a long time, so I'm sure it probably feels really good to finally take that first step
Oh
into
yes,
everything.
absolutely.
Actually, this isn't really the first step, is it? This is more like one of the final steps.
20th step.
20th
Yeah. if you can count them all. Yeah.
Gotcha.
First it's just an idea, then you go to college, and then you get into the program, and then you freak out for 2 years. You start getting your hands dirty, literally. And yeah, it's quite a journey. But I tell you learn a lot. And not just nursing. You learn about people, you learn about teamwork, you learn about all kinds of stuff. It's a really great field.
All right. My assistant, ladies and gentlemen. You can check out his videos on YouTube at this one right here. I forgot the name of it, so you can just type in this right here. All right, my assistant, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, getting tongue-tied again. Thank you all so much. Happy New Year. Good night.